been a while, but I'm back. I've been a little stressed out, but I think I'm back for a while. So I just want to speak on a few things. Man United have a match by 9. I have to go and um, get dinner because I do this thing where I don't eat after 7:30. Let's just start from there. The discipline from there before we move to other things. So Man United have a match against Wolves. I don't know who is at home. I think it's Wolves that are at home. Irrespective, it doesn't matter. Wolves are last on the table. I'm going to be hitting it as simple as possible. My United fans, we are at that point where we just don't care as much. Not because we don't care about the club, but the club is shit, and the club itself doesn't care for itself. The owners, the players, and then parts of the fan base that believe that the best solution is for us to lose every week and defend a manager that just has excuses and multiple excuses. So let me tell you what's going to happen during the game. It's going to be a slow game. It's going to be boring. It's going to be uninteresting. We would hope to get the first goal. If we get the first goal, hopefully we get a 1-0, probably a 2-0. But if the game doesn't start, if Man United don't score in the first half, there are going to be a problem in the second half because your manager, let's even go back, let's rewind. Even if we get a goal in the first half, your manager doesn't know how to manage games. And the fan base will, if majority of the fan base, of the only few fans that actually support Man United and not the manager or the players are going to tell you, okay, the honest truth. They will say, oh, he subbed on players and the players didn't play well. The players didn't play well because he subbed on, made shit subs, right? He made shit subs, so the players didn't play well. So instead of calling out the manager, you say, oh, why didn't he? The players are rubbish. The players you put on are rubbish. 4 games back to back, your manager has brought in 3 defenders. Irrespective of the result, it doesn't matter whether we are losing, it doesn't matter whether we are winning. He brings on 3 defenders. He will sub off one of the wing backs. He will sub off one of the centre backs. He will sub off 2 of the centre backs. That's what he does every game. And then in the press conference, he's like, are there any attacking options? If you don't have any attacking options, you make attacking options. You bring some people from the academy. That's what you do. Man United's motto is youth, success, and courage. He doesn't bring on youth. He will never be successful, and he's a coward. These 3 things. And the funny thing is that amorim as a person, I probably wouldn't dislike him as a person, as an individual. There's nothing wrong with him as a person. He's probably a good guy, probably a good friend, probably a good father. But as a manager of Man United, he's absolutely rubbish. And I'm a fan of Man United. I'm not a fan of the club. The next thing I want to talk about, not just tactically, because tactically it's nonsense. If you watch the game, there's nothing tactically that I can bring up. You can listen to the tacticals that will analyze it for you. There's nothing to analyze. If we go out, we've been watching this for almost, give or take, 14 months, right? He came in November, 14 months, right? Over 14 months. Between 13 and 14 months. December will make it 14 months. So what is the big deal? Why am I having to overanalyze? I've already seen what he's going to do. He's going to bring the same thing. He's going to bring 5 defenders. We are playing against the team that will have only 2 points. And we as fans already have a feeling that we will not win this game. For you to come into a game where you have a feeling as a fan that you are not going to win it, and you are playing against a team that have only 2 points out of in 15 or 14 games, they have just 2 points. It says a lot. So there's no need to analyze it, I'm going to talk about another news. This minor situation is just shows the absolute arrogance of both Ineos and Amorim, because you have a player that burst into the scene last year, or the season before that. He came on before he started getting his minutes fully the season after that, and he did well with the time. He went for the Euros, he got to the final, he won the FA Cup with Man United as well. Then he's to kick on. Then this manager comes in and just like, I mean, he came in the season before, like this is almost like his third season, third full season. This is his second full season, but this is his third season as a senior team player. So you have that, a technically gifted player. People are like, oh, he's not fast, he's not fast. It's not all players that have to be, how do I, Kante. Not everybody can be Kante. And I know Meno is not slow. If you go on a dash, he's decent. So do you really what do you want? Is Bruno Fernandez fast? Bruno Fernandez is not fast and he's indisciplined. He's emotional. I don't hate Bruno Fernandez, but I would rather put him in a position where he does the best, which is as a number 10. If you are going to play Bruno as your single pivot, which is not single like your main anchor, like he's the center of the team, you play 3-5-2 and you play him in the center where he has the freedom to do whatever he chooses or he pleases, and no one will call him out because he will have cover in both Kobe and Casemiro. But that means you have to remove one of your forwards, which is not a big deal because Bruno is already a forward, but he supplements as also supporting the midfield. All that he can see, your manager knows that, he analyzes that, he is more experienced than me that is talking from my room, wherever I am, from my location. So this guy studied football. So he knows this, but because he feels that this is not his principle, he will live by the sword and he will die by the sword, and that's what is going to happen at the end of the day, because irrespective of whether we win or lose, the season is over for Man United. We are not going to make top four. I don't believe we will make top four with this manager. I don't think even if he gets 11 players, anything new will happen. And this match is just a formality for me. All I want is Amorim gone. After Amorim, I want Ineos gone, because these guys are absolute losers. I don't want to raise my voice. I don't need to shout. This is prior. Then you're talking about the influencers that are on Twitter supporting this dross. Amorim, it's not his fault. It's the player's fault. If you are in an office and let's just say you are head of a particular project and you have people underneath you, and let's say the project is not working as well, it's not going as smoothly as possible, who do you think management will hold responsible first? Would it be the people underneath you or you? You are the first person that will be held responsible before your subordinates will be held responsible. And everybody wants to give the manager a free ride. Now I'm hearing news that Kobe wants to, there's an agreement between him and Napoli. That's not right. We don't have enough central midfielders. We don't have enough central midfielders, and he wants to get rid of the one we have available. He got rid of Toby Collier. I still don't know why he got rid of Toby Collier, because we don't have enough central midfielders. Or because he wants to play Bruno in central midfield. And every time we play Bruno in central midfield, he's never in central midfield. There are enough tapes that you can use. Let's just use the one against Crystal Palace or the one against the last match against West Ham. 90% of the time, he's never in central midfield. He's either pressing the defender or he's pressing the goalkeeper, and then we just have Casemiro in midfield. At the end of the day, we're just playing a 3-1-6. A rubbish 3-1-6 at that. Because I can't say we are playing a 3-3-3 or wait, a 3-3-4. Because it doesn't even look like we're playing a 3-3-4, because those wing backs are consistently not even in the midfield. They are wide, and they're not even wide forward. So it's just a I don't have there's a word that I want to say, but it's not coming out properly. But it's just a bunch of rubbish tactics that will not work. And then the next thing, someone on Twitter now says, that thank God for ineos for allowing the manager to have power. Okay, the manager has the power, but we are still 12th. Ineos, all the teams they manage from Lausanne, they are 8th, and in that league, I don't think they're up to 20 teams. Nice is also 12th. So this is a pattern. So now the truth is now we are hoping that Glazers can come and save us. Glazers that were actual crap. But Glazers never let us stay below fourth for a long time, apart from under Moyes. The remaining seasons under Van Gaal were fifth first season, no, fourth first season, fifth second season with FA Cup. Jose Mourinho, first season, second, no, first season, sixth, second season, second, the first season he won cups. The third season, the second season, and then the third season he was let go. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, ending of that season, we came in sixth. The second season he came in second, I think third, before he was sacked. And then Ragnick, Ten Hag, third. Immediately Ineos came, middle of season, we were eighth. Now, next second season under Ineos, we're 15th. Now, third season, we are middle of the season, we are 12th. That shows the precedent. It doesn't show that we're going to get better. So that's my take on today's game. So at the long run, the game, my final note is the game is irrelevant. Win or lose, the game doesn't matter because it's not going to lead to anything. We are not going to challenge for the league. We are not going to win the FA Cup. We're out of the Carling Cup, and we're not going to make top 4. All I want at the end of the day is let's see whether we can win this game as fans. I don't care about the manager. If we don't win, no problem because we've been seeing the team lose week in, week out. Or let the manager just take a hike because he has done enough. He has destroyed the club enough, and I think enough is enough. There's no point. There's no point of coming in and be like, oh my God, we are looking to win this match. Like, just if we can win the match, fine. If we don't win the match, also fine because what's the point of winning the game and ends up with nothing? What's the point of him winning one game every month? Because that's what he's going to do. He's going to win one game every month because he has 13 wins, 13 wins in 12 months, and then you have Unai Emery winning 4 games back to back twice in this season. Like, it's just embarrassing, and we are Manchester United. It's a disappointment, honestly speaking. But thank you for your time, and we'll see you after the game. Have a good one.